Man, I thought the fire would be out by now. This really is some unprecedented burns we have going on for our neighbors over in Southern California. You know, it's not strange to see, oh, there's a wildfire, Santa Ana winds. Yeah, we've all heard of that before. But far more houses have gone up. Far more people have had their lives ruined in this one than many of the ones that we're used to. Now, we're sending resources over there, and some people are concerned, well, we shouldn't just be sending resources over there at the taxpayer of Texas expense. Some people are saying we should be reimbursed by California. Some people are saying it's okay if the feds reimburse us. I say no. California should reimburse us, and if you have a problem with it, then how about California reimburses us with like a 20% tip? How about that? What does an agent get? What does a manager get? 10%, 15%? What was that on Moneyball or something? Or Jerry Maguire. That's what I was trying to think of. Let's ask workplace expert Betsy Allen-Manning. She's coming back on the James Show. And I know there's not like a rule of etiquette or really a precedent for, when is it okay to send firefighting assistance? But, you seem like a good person to talk to in such times.
Yeah, well, they need some assistance right now. You hit the nail on the head right there. Is they're lacking what they need in order to get this fire put out and get it done. And man, when disaster strikes, leadership is tested in ways that reveal their character, competence, commitment. And these California fires have not only exposed critical gaps in disaster response, but also the pitfalls of playing the blame game instead of stepping up to lead, which they should be doing.
Well, that's part of what feels so childish about the response is we haven't got a microphone in front of anybody who's like, oh, that's on me. Gavin Newsom hasn't taken responsibility. Karen Bass hasn't taken responsibility. The LAFD fire chief doesn't take responsibility. You know, they're all pointing fingers at each other like the three Spider-Man meme. And I find that to be pretty disappointing.
It is. And the first rule of leadership is crisis accountability. Own the crisis. Leaders don't have the luxury of playing the blame game. And you're right. None of them have stepped up to take the responsibility, rally their teams, and focus on solutions, not scapegoats, which is what they're doing in this moment. They're deflecting blame and fueling the chaos.
Well, if you do something like, here's my thought on this. If you do something like this at work, you do a big boo-boo, you may think it's beneficial to you to put that blame on someone else, but it's become such a rare thing in our society. I think it makes you look so good to be the one person in the room that says, no, look, that's my responsibility. That one's on me.
And not only that, it's going to build trust as well. According to our workplace trend study, 57% of employees lose trust in leaders who lack transparency and accountability. So businesses can learn a big lesson from the California wildfire crisis. Your employees and stakeholders need direction, not deflection.
Well, and if you do something public, your customers would like to hear you say, oh, yeah, I goofed up, but here's what we did to fix it.
Exactly. They want to know that you're focusing on the solution. They want to know that you actually care. Empathy, I feel like there's a lack of empathy right now from the leaders, from the governor, from the mayor. Where is the empathy for the people?
Right. And, you help people with their leadership training roles. And I think that's a key component is to be the guy that says the buck stops here. This one's on me. And, I've read, how many books have we've seen this in, How to Win Friends and Influence People. What is that from like the 30s?
Dale Carnegie. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it goes back. It's one of the basic core tenets in classical leadership training. And apparently no one's gotten that in the region of the firefights.
No, they've completely forgotten about that altogether. The communication has gone out the window, and, communication extinguishes panic, which is what is happening right now. It's your superpower during a crisis. So being clear, consistent, giving actionable messages, that is the difference between order and chaos during these times. And 57% of employees say transparent communication is a high priority in order for them to stay aligned and focused with your mission.
Man, when are you doing another public event? I'd like to come see your act.
But my next one, I don't know when my next one is here in Dallas. I'm traveling a lot, doing a lot of keynotes, but I'll let you know when I'm keynoting in Dallas next.
Yeah, I see you flying all over the place, but never in our backyard. Betsy Allen-Manning, thank you very much. If you're looking for public speaker, leadership training for your business, your corporation, Betsy Allen-Manning. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for having me.